Hello and welcome to the Healing Streams Reflection. The title for today's post is Dinner with a Perfect Stranger. Let's say, beloved, you've received an invitation to dinner with none other than Jesus of Nazareth. What will you expect? The gospel tells us a great deal about the sort of person Jesus was and is. A real person to whom people were irresistibly drawn. That is also true of God the Father, whom the Son shows us perfectly, especially in Hebrews chapter 1 verse 3, in which the writer of Hebrews declared that he reflects the brightness of God's glory and is the exact likeness of God's own being, sustaining the universe with his powerful word. After achieving forgiveness for the sins of all human beings, he sat down in heaven at the right side of God, the supreme power. Besides reporting Jesus' words and actions, these stories also reveal his character and personality, especially in the Gospels. What was it about this man that made thousands follow him through streets and up mountains? His healing ministry and spell-binding, authoritative teaching, as well as his considerable humor, which is largely lost on us today, attracted many. But the Lord's personality drew individuals to him on another level. Every day, people simply liked being around him. Are we drawn to Jesus by his character? Do we actually know Jesus and relate to him as someone with the personality he revealed while living on earth? Remember, Jesus was tender and compassionate. Whether weeping with mourning friends, raising a widow's son from death, or calling for children to approach, Jesus constantly displayed his heart of compassion. Perhaps that's why women who were normally overlooked felt so free to approach this man of power and truth. Even when Jesus challenged people to change, he did so with genuine love. Consider his encounter with the Samaritan woman or the rich young ruler, John chapter 4, verse 9 to 29, and Mark chapter 10, 17 to 22. Do you picture Jesus or God the Father as harsh and demanding? Or do you believe he is compassionate towards you, understanding your weaknesses and extending mercy and grace, as Hebrews 4, 15 to 16 tells us? Are you experiencing him as he truly is? Beloved, Jesus knew people thoroughly, yet wasn't condemning. We all like to be around people who accept us. Still, our sense of acceptance is often only partial. They accept me, we think, because they don't know the real me. The Lord knew people completely, discerning even their thoughts, as Luke 5:22 tells us. But he who had the right to condemn didn't. Though Jesus knew the adulterous woman's background, he told her, I do not condemn you. From now on, sin no more. John 8, 1 to 11. For him, the main issue was what he wanted to offer her. John 4:10. Or consider the example of Peter, who swore he will never deny Jesus in Matthew 26, 33 to 35. Jesus knew he would, but no condemnation accompanied that foreknowledge. Instead, he simply told Peter, I've prayed for you, Simeon, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. Luke 22:32. Peter was Jesus' man, even though He was about to deny him. Jesus knows you thoroughly. He knows how you might fail him tomorrow, the next day, and the next. But that's not what he's looking at. His focus is on who he's making you to be and how much he delights in and loves the real you. Do you live as though Jesus is scolding, condemning, and expressing constant disappointment in you? Or do you live as one loved and accepted unconditionally? Beloved, our Lord was patient with people. Do you still not understand? This question from Matthew 16:9 wasn't unusual for Jesus, who tirelessly explained his words to the disciples. Even knowing they would desert him when the pressure was on, he never gave up on them. Luke 7:18-28 is a good illustration of the Lord's unfaltering patience. John the Baptist was in prison, and things were not going as expected. In discouragement, he sent 2 of his followers to ask Jesus, "Are you the expected one, or do we look for someone else?" Luke 7:19. After all, God had revealed to John we wouldn't expect him to doubt, and nevertheless, he was doubting. Jesus, however, didn't react negatively. Rather, he instructed John's disciples to take back word of the awesome things they had seen him do, and knowing their testimony will answer the question. Later, he actually told the crowd that John was a great man of God. Luke 7:24-28. You see Jesus as being easily annoyed with you. Okay, so you've blown it over. And I believe that indeed you have blown it. Over and over again, we all have. But Jesus remains ever patient with us because he knows that he will bring to completion and perfection the work he has started in us, as the Apostle Paul told the Philippian church in Philippians chapter 1:6. My dear brother, my dear sister, Jesus indeed enjoyed people and having a good time. We often forget that Jesus was accused of being a gluttonous man and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. Luke chapter 7:34. Though the first half of the accusation was untrue, Jesus didn't earn that reputation by being stuffed shut. Rather, he attended gatherings that made the legalistic gasp, and he associated with people who knew how to have fun. Just as they undoubtedly enjoyed Jesus' company, he also took pleasure in being with them. Throughout the Gospel, Jesus simply loved being around people, whether his close friends, Zacchaeus, the cheating tax collector, or the folks at Matthew's house. As Paul explains in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 9, we are called into fellowship with Jesus. The Lord wants to be with us throughout eternity. He saved us because he delights in having relationship with us. Beloved, do you believe Jesus merely puts up with you, or does he truly take pleasure in spending time with you? Is he someone who likes doing only religious things with you, or does he desire to share in all your joyful experiences, as John 15:11 informs us? Indeed, Jesus was for people. We all like being around someone who is for us, who both stands by us and stands up for us. Jesus' mission was to fight for people, to set them free, Luke 4:18, and to give them hope. He considered people more important than man-made religious rules and sided with outcasts instead of self-righteous religious leaders. Luke 6:1-5, Luke 13:10-7, Mark 2:15-17. He even blessed an immoral woman who demonstrated faith while rebuking the Pharisee who judged her. Luke 7:36-50. Beloved, do you believe Jesus is for you? It is not his voice accusing you of constantly falling short. He is the one who loves to intercede for you, as Hebrews chapter 7:25 tells us. As Romans chapter 8:31-39 teaches, God is always for us. Jesus always defends us. And because we are loved, nothing can overcome us. 2,000 years ago and beyond, these qualities of Jesus drew people to him. Are we just as drawn to his character? If not, maybe we aren't seeing him as he truly is. Jesus is the same today as he was then, just as unconditionally loving, patient, and passionate about every person, and he's still extending the same invitation. Thanks for listening, and may the good Lord richly bless you, and bye for now.